going into the offseason? As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it's... something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with the win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now they're going to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
Puts it out of the air. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous. Making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Marriott. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine, really, in this game on Wednesday.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Connecticut's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. Try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. UConn will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Touchdown, Tiger! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's O'Neal. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The UConn offense goes back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. He's able to... Way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they... find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's House. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Marion. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football.
Breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telling. David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's O'Neal. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. UConn going back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
They'll run play action. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Nestles it in at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Made a defender miss. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Quick step and go. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. The UConn offense goes back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's House. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Spencer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. UConn will have to punt it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Going right to work up top. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a man on the right. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half, and always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UConn going back to work on offense. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation point.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it back. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's O'Neal. And the returner will be brought down.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He takes it at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense in a bunch formation. Moves. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. Tosses it incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's late. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Spencer. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Spencer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Wants to return it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Sends it back in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The short hands, it's House. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead.
Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner is stopped. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. UConn will have to punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Great place to start for this offense. Under fire. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. We We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take it.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's first and goal on the one. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UConn going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll leave it with him. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. UConn will have to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Off-play action on first down. Throwing right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Rides the back on the option, the give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Running into the open space. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough left today.
UConn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. They bring him down, strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Just complete